Hi. Now, one of the four great songs that Gram Parsons composed on the Sweetheart of the Rodeo album, that's for the Birds. That's when, by 1968, David Crosby and Clark had already left the band. So it was McGuinn and Chris Hillman, Roger McGuinn and Chris Hillman, who would stay with the band, with the original band, and they called in the help of Gram Parsons, a beautiful blonde country singer. So one of the four great songs that he composed on the Sweetheart of the Rodeo album by early '68 was, of course, Hickory Wind, a song that Keith Richards of Rolling Stones really liked and he covered sometime. So it goes like this. In South Carolina, there are many tall pines. I remember the oak tree that we used to climb. But now when I'm lonesome, I always pretend that I'm getting the feel of hickory wind. I started out younger, and almost everything. All the riches and pleasures, what else could life bring? But it makes me feel better each time it begins, calling me home, hickory wind. It's a hard way to find out that trouble is real in a faraway city with a faraway feel, but it makes me feel better each time it begins, calling me home, hickory wind. Keeps calling me home, hickory wind. I started out younger, almost everything, all the riches and pleasures, all the riches and pleasures. What else could life bring? But it makes me feel better each time it begins, calling me home, hickory wind. So this is a great little song with the mandolin and the violin. And in the 1968, it's one of the great songs that Gram Parsons wrote in the 1968 album, Sweetheart of the Rodeo. He was called in, of course, by Chris Hillman and McGuinn to help in with the band. Well, that was it. And by late '68, he was already out of the band. And McGuinn, with a couple of other guys, created the New Birds. And in 1973, of course, they did the reunion with all the old band members, of course. But '68, the Sweetheart of the Rodeo of 1968 was a really was a folk album, of course. And one of the songs that really stand out in this great album, Sweetheart of the Rodeo, was, of course, Hickory Wind. So this is a brief little tribute to our good friend Gram Parsons. Right. Beautiful blonde boy who was briefing the Birds in 1968. Gram Parsons, once a member of the Birds in 1968. Gram Parsons. Gram Parsons. With the Birds in 1968. Sweetheart of the Rodeo.